Hello everyone, my name is Narendra Pratap and I'm going to start with a brand new series for UPSC Mathematics Optional. Right, so it is an introductory session and let's have a look on syllabus. Syllabus seems to a bit lengthy. As you know, optional papers basically there are two papers, so same thing as in mathematics. It has paper 1 and paper 2. And what about the syllabus of paper 1? It is linear algebra, which is actually having vector spaces over R and C. R means there's row and columns, right? Linear independence, dependence, subspaces, basis, dimension, etc. Those things. It is more or less related to the matrix, right? But don't worry, it is not only the matrix, it is more than that. We are going to study each and everything from the conceptual background to the application background, right? So that is starting from basics to the advanced. And when I'm saying basics, don't think that I'm going to start from the school level. All right, definitely I'll provide some links if for the school level also, if somebody is missing some information like this linear algebra, especially this vector space. It requires information of set theory, which is we study in class 11th, right, in India especially. So, and it also has this vector space has a dependency on groups, rings. Where is rings? It is here, and fields, right? So it's better to start with these things, but I guess a little introduction is sufficient to start with the vector space. So we'll do that. All right. Then, and basically this matrix and algebra of matrices. I'll also recommend some books like MCGN is one good book to kind of study these particular topics of linear algebra, right? And after that we have second topic, that is calculus. Calculus is it's not only kind of calculus is a vast thing. It's not only just differentiation and integration, those things. It includes some more terms. Working on realistic problems, calculating areas, calculating feasibility of some problem, like those things. So here it starts from real numbers. That is, we need to study first number system. Okay, a number system, don't think that we are going to study at grade 8th number system, right? It is just the introduction part. Okay, the grade 8th. Here we are going to study sequence, etc. those things here. All right. Then, and that will also continue to the limits and continuity, mean value theorem. All right. That I was saying, feasibility of the problem. That's so we study the mean value theorem here. All right. And curve tracing, etc. So these are some advanced problems. Advanced means not that advanced that you need to do some PhD there. All right. So Riemann's definition of definite integral. These are easy topics. I'm saying if I'm saying these are advanced topics, it doesn't mean that you need to go for research level. These are doable and easy topics. Don't worry. But definitely, it's not going to be kind of spoon feeding thing like we do in middle school or in the primary school or middle school, like that. Some sort of studying the senior secondary school. It's kind of that, more than that even. All right. Okay. So next is analytical geometry. Well, if we are talking about analytical geometry in few words, like say it's just we can say it's a 3D or 2D kind of thing, but not only discussing about the shapes, it's also discussing about their different properties, including how we can draw some tangent, how we can find some equations, right? Those things. Yeah, hyperplanes actually we may study in linear algebra, right? Hyperplanes. Yeah, hyperplanes, somebody from artificial intelligence or machine learning background must be thinking hyperplane is something related to SVM, that is support vector machine, and some general classifiers. Yes, it is the same thing. All right. So if anybody is interested in learning machine learning, learning machine learning, so it's dual. So in that case, we can discuss that also. It's quite interesting. It's in case, instead it's very interesting thing, right? Because I have gone through those phases of studying, applying machine learning, deep learning, basically recurrent neural network, RNN, in my research problem. That's why I know that how interesting it is. Okay, so let's not get diverted from the topic. Next is analytical geometry. Yeah, we discussed. We are going to discuss from line, because line, I have seen many problems on lines, right? Line basically is the 3D concept. It's not the 2D, x plus y equal to something. All right. So then we have ordinary differential equations. These are, as per the questions I have seen, is moderate level and it's doable. It's even I'll make it very easy for you, so don't worry. Okay, and my planning is that when we are doing one topic, I'll try to find out some previous questions on that topic, right? But it's not possible to find out previous topics on each and every subtopic. Like I'm discussing this in analytical geometry, I'm discussing Cartesian polar coordinates in 3-dimensional. So it's not possible kind of to find out. Suppose it may happen that on this particular topic, there's no question existing in the previous year questions for UPSC Maths Optional. But as I have seen that some questions from this UPSC previous section, that is archive, I can relate those questions from some renowned universities, right? Like University of Delhi and some other universities, state and central universities, right? So we'll try to discuss those questions as well. All right. Okay. So yeah, these ordinary differential equation, we are going to discuss these terms. And moreover, these questions are basically this and Euler and Cauchy equation. These questions are there, right? I have seen these questions, and in fact, these questions are having more weightage what I could find, right? And of course, this syllabus is updated in 2017, and I have gone through a lot of internet search and inquiry about it. And as per my knowledge, this is the last update with the syllabus, so don't worry, right? And this is going to be the kind of the basis on which we are going to study our mathematics. All right. Dynamics and statistics. Dynamics and statistics basically is a portion related to the mathematical application of physical application of mathematics, not mathematical application of physics. So it was opposite I was telling. All right. It means if you remember studying kinematics, all right. So that is what the first section, statics portion, right? If we are going to include the energy and force, etc., those things, then we are going to discuss the dynamics portion. Okay, and it was easy at that time, and now it is also easy at this time. So no need to worry about it. No need to worry about it at all. And of course, no need to worry about this book list also, because I'm going to tell you each and everything when we are going to study the topic. Suppose I'm going to study the topic of dynamics and statistics, I'll let you know what are the books which can help you with this particular topic. All right. Okay. So next is vector analysis, as forever green topic, right? You can find this particular topic in each and every study related to the mathematics or physics, right? Anyway, you can find this topic. It's kind of what do you call? In Hindi, we call this antaryami. Antaryami means it's present everywhere and it's not knows everything. So it's kind of that topic. Even this vector space we are dealing here, and this linear algebra, vector space, those things. It is the mathematical representation of the vector itself. This last topic is vector analysis. We have a constant to restrict ourselves to the 3-dimensional, because that's the limit of visualization, right? Suppose if we are dealing about the 4D vector, how to represent it in, how to represent it geometrically, like. So that's the limitation. But here in the first topic, in linear algebra, the vector spaces, we are going to overcome that limit to represent a vector, right? So here's not going to be 2D, 3D, it's going to be ND vector, n dimensional. All right. And don't be afraid of that, because it's just a big name, nothing else. All right. Okay. So let's go through the syllabus for paper 2. What is it? It is algebra. Sometimes we call it abstract algebra. Some people call these as modern algebra, but everything is same, right? More or less few topics are added and subtracted. In fact, that is basically the, you can say, universal set of the topics for modern algebra or algebra, right? So few points from there UPSC have taken, and those points we are going to discuss here. All right. Okay. So groups, basically, when we will study groups, rings, fields, you'll realize that the number system we are dealing is one of the group. It has some properties, some operations, right? Similarly, we can construct any kind of group like number system. We can construct another thing which can work like some calculation background, or just sort of, if somebody is from computer science, then that person knows this API, where we can kind of construct our entire mathematical structure. All right. So such kind of things are good, and they have a lot of application in case of computer science. Okay, so let's discuss. Let's go through this real analysis syllabus. All right, real analysis syllabus is going to be, yeah, of course, few things I was telling you here in calculus, that is real numbers, those things, right? It is sort of going to continue the same section with some more topics going to continue here. All right, so it is real we are going to discuss the convergence of series and sequences, and some different types of series and sequences, right? Those things. And it happens that if a person is dealing with the mathematics, which is kind of related to some calculus things, or simply we can say, if somebody is doing application part, right, then the real analysis portion seems to be kind of a bit going over the head. But don't worry about that. It's going to be kind of easier, and as per kind of if I can assure you about that, the questions you'll face from the previous year sections or archive from UPSC, those questions will be kind of just looking at this and done. You will feel that you have that kind of feeling. So be confident with the topics, don't worry, right? And if you're not feeling confident, don't worry, I'll make you to feel the confidence, right? Okay, next is complex, one of my favorite topic, right? Complex analysis. And as you know, if it is my favorite topics, I'm going to make it sort of halwa kind of things. All right, so this is going to be very, very interesting and very, very easy for you. Alright, next is linear programming. Linear programming is cost reduction, those things. And if somebody has, I think in my time it was a separate portion in 12th standard, that is vectors or linear programming. But now I guess it is combined. That is, students have to opt for both, that is linear programming and vector. So that kind of things, reducing cost, reducing some expense of resources, and maximizing the profit, those kind of things, right? So simplex method is one of the good method. We are going to discuss that in detail. All right. And you'll find that simplex method and is sort of the method which can deal with, if you have, like there in 12th standard we had suppose 2 or 3 variables, but here if you have n variables, you can deal with that. So it's going to be very easy. All right. And transportation, assignment of problem in transportation is going to help you in CSET as well, right? So it's going to give us a lot of benefit. Then we have partial differential equations. It's also a scoreable section. So if we can invest some time over this, definitely it's going to give us a good, not revenue. Revenue is going to good return, right? It's going to give us good return for that. All right. Then we have numerical analysis and computer programming. It's an easy topic and it requires calculator there in exam hall to solve the problems. And as of my knowledge, the UPSC permits non-programmable calculators to do calculations. All right. So it is one of the scoring topic, but questions are not in that kind of. But I've seen, according to that, I'm saying questions are not up to that short. It's 200 question, 200 marks question from this only, or 100 marks question from this only. That's kind of that kind of thing is not happening there. But still, I'm not guaranteeing for anything, because what I have seen in vector space, in some years question came only like 50 mark questions and 30 mark question. In some of the papers I found that is going crossing 70 marks questions. So it's unpredictable, right? We cannot afford of losing this topic, right? And this is the same thing is with linear programming also. Then we have mechanics of fluid and dynamics, one of the drastically changing idea for UPSC, because this is also one topic where I found in one particular year it is only 30 marks question, and the other one it was about to cross 100. So it's very kind of unpredictable point for kind of, if you can say this, I can predict UPSC. It's not possible to do that because there are a lot of minds, and basically mature minds are playing, and we are still, we are new players in this field, so definitely it's not possible for us. Saying it's not possible is, it seems like we are defining, we are making it certain, but it's not that case. But we can say it's very difficult to predict, right? Okay, so generalized coordinate, etc., Euler's equation, flow, those things we are going to study, and it's a scoring topic. So this is for today, the introduction of syllabus, and from next topic, from next session, we are going to start with linear algebra, especially on vector spaces. We'll start with a very basic definition of vectors, that I'll take you from geometrical representation to the mathematical representation. Then we'll jump onto the linear dependence and independence, because that's going to be the question. You're going to get questions from that portion. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for tolerating me.